Hello, it's cold. You can tell how cold it is. The woolly hat is back on. It's really cold and everything looks like it's feeling the cold. I mean, things are growing okay. We've had some rain, but things are looking a little bit dry, particularly things in pots. They need a bit of a water. Now, we're supposed to get rain for the next couple of days, and it's about to rain now, according to the weather forecast. So I'm not going to water things just yet, but if it doesn't rain this afternoon, I'll water in the evening before I go. But mostly it's been weeding and watering and picking fruit that you think is alright, but then something's had a nibble. But that should be alright. Got that bit out. But yeah. So far none of the strawberries have made it home. But yeah, things apart from the weeds, they look a little bit sickly. I think these tomatoes are looking a bit unhappy. The roots haven't got into the ground yet, so I'm going to give them a good deep water and hopefully they'll get their roots into the ground. The ground is wet, but the most of the roots are still in the pots, so they need a bit of a water. Now this garlic looks alright, apart from being molested by bindweed, but that's to be expected. But this garlic looks like it's had it and it's finished, which is a bit early than I would have thought, but it looks like it's done. I'll try and dig one up and see what we get out of it. Oh, that's not bad. There is no outer skin. It's just about formed the scapes. I was looking forward to getting some garlic scapes, but yeah, I think it's done. Well, that's all the garlic out of this bed. This is the sort of thing I would have expected to get. You know, the neck's gone. I didn't break it, all the necks have broken and fallen over, so these aren't going to grow anymore. And a lot of them just didn't split. But you know, the neck's gone, so they're not going to grow anymore. Not a good garlic harvest. I think we'll have to process some of these and freeze them, because there's the odd one that will keep for a bit longer, but most of them I'll have to use up quickly or peel and stick in the freezer. At least no allium leaf miner this year. On the plus side, no allium leaf miner. A poor garlic harvest, but no allium leaf miner. The ones like this would be alright. There's a, you know, it's one like this. They'll be fine, I think. It's a bit smaller than I'd like, and it's starting to rain, so I'll stop here. But yeah, disappointing. We'll have to wait and see what the other garlic is like, but I'm a bit disappointed. But you have to accept these things. I'll clean this bed up later and then I can put the lettuce in. But I wasn't expecting the garlic to go this quickly, so I haven't even sown the lettuce yet, but it'll be ready in a couple of weeks anyway. Hello, it's been funny weather, because we've had days when they forecast rain and it doesn't rain, and days where they don't forecast rain and it does rain. So I haven't been in much, and when I have been, it's just been weeding and watering really. There's been nothing much happening, but finally the weather's broken, as you can tell by the bright sun. I'm way behind. I've got the weed fabric template done for this bed at the front here, so I've got to sort this out. That's just a bit of rhubarb leaves that will go in the compost. So if I clear that and lift this plastic, hopefully you can see there's going to be a lot of slugs. There's going to be a lot of our little friends. I've got to do that, deal with them, but things are not looking too bad. A few things like this pak choi. At first the slugs attacked it. By the time it's recovered and put on a few good leaves, it's gone to seed. But the red ones seem to be alright, so we'll get a pick of those today. This beetroot looks like it's gone to seed as well. Oh well. So I'm just going to water in the greenhouse. The ladybird larva seems to have done a good job, and this wasp is also doing a good job of clearing out a lot of the spider mites and these nasties, because these are covered in it. There's still a lot left, but there's a lot less than there used to be, so something is eating them. I've started to sort out this front bed, and I've just lifted the first bit of the plastic that's been covering this area. A lot of wood lice here because that's where the hazel tree stump was that we burnt, so at least it's dead. Seems to be a lot of slugs at this end. There's not any further along, they're just going in, nipping into there. But look at the ruddy bindweed. It's been on the plastic for a year, but it's not dead yet. Which is why I'm not just planting into this and putting down weed fabric, because I know that that bindweed is going to come back with a vengeance. So I'm going to put the weed fabric down and plant through it. But yeah, as I pull it up, you can see there's more and more bindweed still alive and well. So I'll pick these up, they'll go in this bucket, and then eventually that will go into the weed barrel, and I will deal with these buggers because they're not getting off scot-free. Having eaten so much of my brassicas, I've given up trying to grow brassicas this year because they just mow everything down. I've had to put 2 lots of sunflowers, and I barely got enough. They keep eating them. Beans they eat, everything. As soon as you put something out, it's fair game to them, so I've got to sort something out. Okay, I've taken that plastic off and it's all looking good. And I pulled, well, this bit was on the edge, but all of that was roots. That was all in here. So that's done. Now there are 2 jobs before I put the weed fabric down. One is removing this great big stone here. It goes down a bit. I had to dig out a bit to dig out some of the bindweed and other stuff from this side, so that's going to be a job. And the other job is this stump that we burnt. I covered it, but I've had a poke at it and it's still solid, so I may have to hack at it with something, or put something on top of it like I did with the plastic. I mean, it's not a huge area, so I could get away with not planting anything there. Eventually there's going to be beans here, so there'll be 1 row here and another row there, so this will be in between them. It should be alright if I cover it. We'll see, I'll have a think about it. But I'll have a go at digging up that big stone. Not looking forward to it, but we'll see how it goes. Right, I've dug that out. I've dug this side of it out, and it's ready to be removed, but it's 120 centimeters long, 30 centimeters deep, of which 20 centimeters was under the ground, so there was only 10 centimeters sticking out, and it's about 7 centimeters thick, so it's this thick. I'm not stupid enough to try and lift it on my own, so I'll wait till tomorrow to get somebody to help me to lift it. But I've given it a little bit of a wobble, and if we wobble it, it'll come out. But yeah, I'm not going to risk doing my backing on my own, so it can wait till tomorrow, and then I can put the weed fabric on here. I caught a lot of slugs, so I thought, what shall I do with them? And I decided to experiment trying to make my own nematodes that kill slugs. I'll try it out and see how it goes. I'm not 100% certain it'll work, so I'm not going to go into details of what I did until I see that it actually works, and then I'll explain what I did. If it doesn't work, there's no point, because I don't want to lead people astray trying to do it and it's wrong.